Today we're going to look at Lesson 2 of Module 4. The objective says, interpret a fraction as division. Number 1 says, fill in the blanks to make true number sentences. Letter A says, 2 divided by 3. Now this is pretty simple. All you're going to do is you're going to take the first fraction and make that the numerator, 2. You're going to take the second number, the 3, and make that your denominator. So, 2 divided by 3 is equivalent to 2/3. 1b says 15 divided by 8. 15, the first number, is your numerator. The 8 is your denominator. And 15 divided by 8 would be 15 over 8, which you could also break down then and make into a mixed number, which would also be 1 and 7/8. You don't have to necessarily do that, but I just wanted to take it to the next step there. Part C, 11 divided by 4. You take the first number, the 11, make that the numerator. You take the 4 and make that the denominator. 11 divided by 4 is 11 over 4, which then could be broken into a mixed number. 4 can go into 11 twice, and then you would be left over with 3/4. 2 3/4 is equivalent to 11/4. 1d is in reverse. Now it has it listed as a fraction. So it says 3 divided by 2. So you'd put the 3 here and the 2 here. I'm going to let you do E on your own. Let's move on to question number 2. Number 2 says, draw to show how 4 children can equally share 5 cookies. Write an equation and express your answer as a fraction. The first thing I'm going to do is draw 5 cookies. Here are the 5 cookies. Now, there are 4 children in this question, so each of the 4 children can get one entire cookie. So, this cookie will be for child number 1. This cookie will be for child number 2. The third cookie will go to child number 3, and the fourth cookie will go to child number 4. That leaves one cookie left over for the 4 children. What we can do here is we can split this cookie into 4 equal pieces. Now that we've split the 5th cookie into 4 equal pieces, we can see that child number 1 will get a 4th, child number 2 will get a 4th, child number 3 will get a 4th, and then child number 4 will also get 1/4 of the cookie. So, how can 5 cookies be split among 4 children? It's pretty simple. Each will get their own cookie, and then they would each get 1/4 of the final cookie. So each child would end up with 1 1/4 of the cookies. Let's move on to question number 3. Question number 3 says, Thad and Jeff read the following problem in their math class. 8 cereal bars were shared equally by 5 children. How much did each child receive? Thad and Jeff solve the problem differently. Thad gives each child 1 whole cereal bar and then divides the remaining cereal bars between the 5 children. Jeff divides all the cereal bars into fifths and shares the fifths equally among the 5 children. Part A says, illustrate both solutions. Let's start with Thad's. Thad starts out by giving all 5 children their own cereal bar, so let's illustrate that now. With each child getting their own cereal bar, that leaves us now with 3 more cereal bars left over. The remaining 3 cereal bars now have to be split into fifths. I'll illustrate this at this time. With the cereal bars now split into 5 pieces each of the 5 students would get 1 of those from each of the 3 cereal bars, so they would each end up with 1 3/5 of a cereal bar. Now let's take a look at how Jeff solved the problem. It says that Jeff takes all 8 cereal bars and immediately splits them into fifths, so let's illustrate that now. Jeff split all of his cereal bars into fifths. So the 5 children that he is giving them to will each end up with 8/5 of cereal bars. That can be converted into a mixed number. 5 can go into 8 one time. 8 minus 5 is 3. And then you are left with the denominator of 5. As you can see, Thad and Jeff both found that the students will get 1 3/5 cereal bars. Part B says, explain why they are both right. Thad and Jeff are both correct because the students end up with 1 3/5 of a cereal bar. Simply put, they each went about a different direction in solving the problem. This concludes Module 4, Lesson 2, Interpret a Fraction as Division. If you have any questions for me, please bring them into our next class.